Okay. And oops, I guess it would help if I unmuted everybody. 1 second while I get that done. Hoorays. Okay. And now, Eric, can you hear everything okay?
I'm getting 2 feeds.
2 feeds?
Yeah, I'm hearing you and then the delay.
Oh, that's because you have audio on Twitch.
No, I don't have the audio on Twitch. It's all coming through Discord.
Huh. I'm wondering if somebody else has the volume up really loud and it's tuning in.
I've got mine on mute.
I'm gonna leave the call and come back.
Oh, okay. Sorry, folks. It's been an interesting day, technical difficulty wise. I'm not gonna. Obviously, I'm gonna leave the cameras as they are right now. Everything got out of whack. We'll wait till he comes back. It should reposition itself. So yeah, earlier on today, I had the internet go out. It's been down 3 times now, so hopefully it doesn't just die completely for some reason. So, anywho, I'll just wait for Eric to get back here.
It's all reset.
No, I know. Yeah, it's all like. That's the one problem I have with Discord. Discord is great, stability wise. Everybody seems to be able to get into it, no problem. Everybody seems to be able to run it, no problem. But when you try to use the video portion of this, anytime somebody comes or goes, it does this. It throws everything out of whack. And I don't have a way of just like keeping it on the one pane, unfortunately. So, and with Eric coming back, see, everything realigns.
No. So I closed everything down, and I could hear you guys talking the whole time while everything was shut off.
So I'm sorry. So you did what?
I closed all of my windows. Twitch, the stream, everything that I had open were closed, and then I had all you guys still talking.
Did you figure it out?
No.
Is your music
I'm still hearing like 3 streams now.
Uh,
I'm gonna hard boot real quick.
That,
and then
yeah,
see
that's
if that
really
fixes.
weird. Okay.
you have a ghost in the machine.
Yeah.
The wireless.
That's really weird. He's not moving. Did he actually reboot? Okay. And now I can't hear Missy.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh, now
Hello?
we can.
You can now.
I guess it depends on if you say something.
Oh.
Well, she was saying something.
Oh, she was?
I think my head might.
Yeah, they're cutting out.
Yeah.
Am I okay now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you said I'm okay, there was a couple words we missed before you said that.
Just goes in and out.
Well, it could be my voice. I'm definitely.
No, because it said I'm definitely, and now we can't hear you.
Put it right up to your mouth and see if it's just a matter of picking it up. Like play
Is
it like
it a matter of it picking it up?
I heard all that.
Okay.
Yeah, see, I hear all that.
All right. Maybe it's just my voice then.
Yeah, it may be. So it may be not registering because you're quiet, or just because it's a cheap mic from those little headsets.
Yeah. No, it's hard for me to talk, so that could be it.
Oh, gotcha.
Like it's not picking up your voice?
Yeah, maybe I'm just talking too quietly.
Yeah, because see, just like that, with you holding it like that, I'm getting everything. I'm hearing everything you're saying.
Oh, okay. I'll just keep it like that then.
That's going to be fun.
It's all right.
You need a little twisty or something.
It's how I use these to record the audio for our customer service line too.
Oh, really?
And this is usually how I hold them too, so it's all right.
Okay.
So I've had plantains 4 times since Sunday.
Nice.
They're very sweet here. I've had a Cuban. Huh?
Having more than once then.
Absolutely. I've had a Cuban sandwich, a Cubano. We had like actual pieces of pollo asada and carne asada on Monday at work. And then we had tacos today. Everything is served with like steamed white rice and cooked black beans and this very limey pico type salsa. But it's all very delicious. It's very not spicy. But everything is very like grilled and smoky, and it's just really good.
Cool.
I also had some ham croquettes.
Ooh.
Those were delicious.
Were those the breaded things that you guys were talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Kind of like sandwiches?
Kinda.
Croquettes? I thought they were like a round breaded fried thing.
Well, these ones looked like mozzarella sticks, but they were like a ham and cheese mozzarella stick.
Ooh. Now, see, I could get down with that.
It was delicious.
Cool.
It's probably a good thing the camera can't see Todd right now, because Todd just has this like totally blank stare up into space, just like.
I'm just reading stuff.
That's okay.
I'm just dressing baby Yodas.
Yeah.
Yay, baby
Aw.
Yodas.
Next, they just need ears. I have 4 of them. And these are the ears that I have to fold up and...
Are they separate pieces?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We can't see you yet.
Yeah, it's all loading, but we can hear you.
Oh. That was pretty weird.
Is it better now?
Yeah, I'm not hearing the 2 streams at the same time.
And you just
Weird.
hard reset?
Yeah. It was weird. I shut down everything and then I could still hear you guys talking. I was like, this is crazy.
Yeah, something must have loaded like 2 or 3 times on your PC or something. And just kind of ran in the background.
Yeah, that was weird, man.
Right now, you are still 2 blue dancing boxes, so we can't see you.
Oh,
It's trying to come through.
that sucks. I can see everybody here.
Oh, cool.
He's just a spinny circle for me.
Yeah, same here.
Me too.
Me 3. 4.
That's weird. But you can hear me fine.
Oh, yeah, you can hear you just fine.
Huh. Maybe I'll just be a ghost then.
We can do that. I don't mind. I mean, the important part is, we're hearing you just fine, and you don't have any problems hearing us or seeing us at this point. So I'm all right with that.
Okay.
You can always try to turn off the video portion of it and then try it again and see if that brings it up.
Okay.
Do what I do. Call Doonin. She's like the Discord troubleshooter in the family.
You know
That's
it's
pretty sad,
you know it
guys.
sucks because we're at that age. It's like we've got to call the kids to fix something.
I always said I would never be that parent, and I'm that.
How embarrassing.
I
Okay.
know.
Well, nevertheless, it looks like he's just still 2 spinning dots, and I'm all right.
That's crazy.
I can hear him. That's good enough for me. Is it good enough for you guys?
Good enough for me.
All right.
Sure.
We won't get to see any of his precious face anytime soon, it looks like, but we can hear him. We know he's there. We know what he looks like.
I'm gonna go back to Discord channel there. Now I can see me and you can see me and we're all good to go. I won't be staring off to.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So to give a brief recap, because Todd wasn't a part of the game, and because it's been like a month, I think, since we played. Because initially we were going to do it New Year's Day, and we just didn't because we were all at Eric and Missy's place. We were watching Dolomite
And Doom.
and the very, very bad Doom remake, or not even remake, kind of a sequel. So you guys are still in the facility. You ventured further in.
Hey,
Oh, there he
I
is.
see Eric now.
Eric's here.
Oh, I was like, what's going on?
There's that mean mug. So you've done some more investigating. You have discovered the triage center. You discovered the barracks and lots of hearts. Those of you who may be watching, Missy, this is one of the reasons why I absolutely love my players. I've got the best players. Missy is actually not here in Phoenix, Arizona with the rest of us. She is clear across the country because her company was very estupido and decided to send her training last minute all the way out to Florida.
Yeah.
So she's actually discording in remotely. So we love you. Thank you for playing with us and taking, it's what, 2 hour different?
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy later.
Well, it's 8:30 here now, so yeah, I think it's.
Oh, it's only an
hours.
hour. If that's the case.
Oh wait,
I thought it was.
That
Hold on.
sounds wrong.
No, it's 9:30.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Jeez.
I was looking at my laptop, not the clock.
She's actually like in that little niche of the panhandle of Florida, like just before you get to like Alabama, that's in a different time zone. You know?
Yeah.
Or she's in the Bermuda Triangle where time works differently.
There you go.
No, that's about as good as quicksand. We're all gonna die.
No, let's not go there.
Yep. And then a while back when we were playing Vampire, Brittany actually tuned in to play with us one night when she was all the way up in Utah. So I have some very dedicated players. I am super stoked about that. So
Don't like to miss the games.
no, and we don't like you missing them either. It's more fun this way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or
Yeah,
as,
that's
or as Eric would say, Horishi.
Horishi.
But joking aside, a good portion of the upper level of that first floor, you have uncovered. You've got the triage center. You've picked up a data pad that had some details from there. The doctor discovered that it looks like there was some experiments that were going on. The belief was that I wanted to say Empire again. Good God, the Independence.
Star Wars on the brain.
I know. Actually, believe it or not, I'm rabbit trailing again. I've got Red Dead Redemption 2 on the brain because this is Western based ish, and so that helped me kind of get inspired for this game. But then I've also got Werewolf on the brain because I've been doing werewolf research for the game coming up later this month. So,
Nice.
anywho, yeah, I've been going to like all the obscure books and finding like the snippets of information that they've detailed for like Arizona and whatnot. So I'm writing book and pages on this one. So I've got stuff. Oh, and in fact, I picked this up again. Sorry, I'm rabbit trailing.
I have that.
Rage Across the World.
Yeah.
And it's got
nice.
Cairns and Russia. It was one of their compilation books.
That's a good book.
I got it at Bookman's for $10, yo. I'm
Nice.
not going to complain. That was
They have one of those for Vampire?
actually they do.
Equivalent?
They do. They have their by night books. So
Oh,
I forget
but so they're all separate.
Yeah. So what they do is they have compilations, and I forget what the actual title of it offhand is called, but they did them originally like DC by Night, New Orleans by Night, so on and so forth. But then they turn around and put them in compilations. So I think they have 2 cities per book or 3 cities per book or something like that. So, but at any rate, I know I've rabbit trailed a couple times. You have everybody at this point also has, as a reminder, you've taken on uniforms of the Independents because they were built specifically for this type of weather and terrain that you're in. So you're now warm. You're not like wandering around with extra blankets and towels wrapped around you. Missy's character did obtain some pickaxes that she was wanting apparently desperately. Eric grabbed that tool pack. Brittany obtained a gun for parts. I have to go back and watch the stream, and I did. I think we said that you were able to fix it, if I remember correctly. Because originally you were going to use it for parts.
That was before we went into the infirmary, right?
Yes. Because you were originally wanting to take some time to clean it up so it could be salvageable.
Man, I wrote my notes in whole sentences. It's not super helpful.
And all that
I left
typing
my
you
notebook.
did.
Tappa, tappa, tappa.
What were you saying, Missy?
I left my notebook in, so forgive.
You're okay.
I should have thought to.
No, so...
Oh, yes, it was a pistol.
yeah,
I got it.
It was a pistol.
Yep.
And you have discovered where we last left off is... you also noticed that there was a security desk before you got into the next section of the... Pardon me. Oh, geez. There was a security desk coming into the next section of the base, like the post, and there was a desk that had sat there that had been turned in a complete 90-degree angle when you weren't looking.
I remember that
Yes.
because it freaked me out.
And then you also have discovered where we left off. Is that, of course, you knew that you were going. What you needed to get to was not here. You were having to get to the sublevels. You did manage to find a secret elevator, but it only took 2 people at a time, and it was off the commissary right there, and that's where we left off.
It was a hidden elevator.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Chen helped you find it.
Yeah, that's our NPC, Jen, right?
One of them, yes.
The dude from the ship who's on our comms.
Or Chang, I should say.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Chang DeWitt is the guy you keep calling. He's somewhere else in the base.
We still haven't found him yet.
Hope he doesn't get eaten before we get
And
to him.
then Tracy
say it.
Tracy is the person who's with you right now,
With the guns.
who did come with a pistol. She managed to sneak one past the guards.
She's a gambler.
She is a gambler. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. We're yawning already.
Sorry.
No, it's all right.
You see nothing here?
Did Eric's screen freeze?
What?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, it did. That's okay.
We can still hear him.
Maybe I just got a crappy connection here.
You know what? Again, we can hear you, so I'm all right.
Yeah.
Oh, see what you did, Todd?
I saw it too.
Now Missy's yawning.
My bad. I take it back. Take it back.
Yeah, take backsies.
Yeah.
So with all that being said at this point, uh-oh.
Nice. Hobo dice.
Oh, the blood dice? The bloody?
Yeah.
Nice.
I need to get a side of that just
Posted
from
him in
the.
the chat, and I was like, I have those.
Oh, were those the ones that the potential boyfriend gave you?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes, potential love interest. We do need to vet him before she's allowed to date him because we're protective.
Wait,
Wait, is
wait
this-
what girls'
is this-
heart is.
Is this in Vampire or is this real
Dice.
life?
No, this is real
You know, in real
life.
life.
Oh my god. Yeah, we
I'm
need,
gonna
we
need
need
his
to have
address.
we need to have the talk.
The
Bring
top-
him over.
I'm gonna need his address and blood type.
Yeah.
Yep.
blood type,
We
huh?
need his credit hit rating, all that stuff.
I'll get that to you later.
We're expecting it.
Yeah, you think we're joking?
There we go. Now he's back. All right. So with that recap out of the way, we've left off. And does everybody remember what it is that you're needing to do from this point? Let me
Get off this planet.
Not
Well, there's
die.
that. Yeah.
We're
We
still
need
trying
to
to
bring
find
up the comm.
Chang. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we need to send a distress signal so we can get off the planet, which means
Right.
we need to set up the comm.
Well, which
thing.
means you need to activate the
Outside.
power of the base.
Yep.
The whole base.
Yeah, or at least enough to power the comms. Yeah.
That's scary.
It's a lot of hamsters and a lot of wheels.
Hopefully, get to Chang before he gets dead.
That would be, I'm sure he would like that. Yes. That would be totally appropriate.
Okay. So somebody's got to take this elevator.
Well, some people's, unless you only want to send one person down.
We don't know where it goes, do we?
Actually, you do not. You could always call Chan.
Let's call.
I'm sorry, what was that, Missy?
Let's call Chan first to see where this goes. But I volunteer.
All right. Well, Eric's character is the one with the communications pack.
Okay. I will ring him up. Chang, big buddy, this is Eric. Oh wait, no, this isn't Eric. You got your ears on, big buddy. Come back now.
Trying to do ice truckers again. Got himself all caught up.
I did, man. I was kind of excited.
All right, so he comes along and he's like, yeah, I don't understand the calling out, but okay, yeah, Nolan, what's going on?
We have an elevator of sorts here. Looks like we can put about 2 people in it. We have no idea where it goes. We're wanting to see if maybe you have any ideas on this, or if you can see through the schematics that you have there where it's going to lead to.
What wall is the elevator on?
It's on the from where you're at. It is presumably on the eastern wall.
So yeah, let Chan know that because it might not appear on the schematics.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, it does not. That's kind of how they found it.
Gotcha. It's Chen. The room we're facing. I guess he would know if I said it's to the east of us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Let me see what is supposed to be under it, and again, try to cross-reference that. I don't exactly have the programs to do that here. It's going to give me, or it's going to take a couple minutes. So, I guess find someplace safe and put your backs against the wall.
10-4, good buddy.
Yeah. All right. Roger that.
See, he got it. So this room we're in, this is out of character, but that table is still on the other side, right? The one that's okay.
Where you're at currently is in that commissary area, which is directly off of the security room. Basically, it's kind of all open air, if you remember correctly, kind of bar/mall-ish kind of a look, like open air, even though it's indoors. With either side, one going south, which is where the barracks were, and then one going north from here, and that's where the triage medical lab was located.
Okay.
So a chime comes back on the radio. He comes back through and he says, "Okay, so I think if I'm looking at this correctly, I think I know where it's going. It's going to take you down to sublevel 1, and it looks like it's the like a side entrance to the motor pool.
Motor pool.
Would that be helpful for us?
There's a garage down there.
Yeah, there's a garage down there.
So maybe we can find some more parts. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Again, it's all up to you guys. I don't know how much time we're going to have. So if you think you can hit that depot and I don't know, scavenge some parts that we might need, I would say go for it. But let's not wear ourselves down too much just yet.
Gotcha. Okay. We will figure it out, Chen. I'll let you. I'll let you.
All right.
So should we all go down there?
It's 2 people at a time. Plus, we've got this whatever's going on up here. That is flipping tables on us. So we have to. If we're gonna send somebody down there, we should probably do. In a team and not send like all the heavy hitters at one time.
I was thinking that too,
Okay, so
especially with my guts half open.
oh,
But remember, you were stitched up skillfully.
I mean, they're not open, but definitely not operating on 100% right now.
well,
So
Missy's
who wants
character
to come
sounded
down
like
with-
she volunteered to go down.
Yeah, Lee's going down. So
All right. So
I can go down by myself. It's not a big deal.
yeah, no,
somebody
Tracy,
needs to go down with
Tracy volunteers. She's like, I'll go down with you.
And then
Tracy.
one of them.
I'm gonna give Missy the comms gear, just to be safe
Okay.
in case she needs to radio channel when she's down there.
Oh, can't hear you, Missy.
Sorry, I was talking soft. I'm gonna go ahead and take it.
All righty. She's gonna take it. I know. I shouldn't be speaking like that. It's bad. So it's going to be you and Tracy down first. Is everybody going to sit up top and wait, or is everybody going to start filing down?
Hopefully, I mean, where we're at, I just want to position myself as far away from that table as possible, but looking towards it,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like a chance to put our backs against the wall.
We're all eventually going down there, right? That was the plan.
That's what I'm asking for clarification. Is everybody going down?
It sounds like I might be the most mechanically inclined, so I would probably be useful.
If this is the way to set the comms back up, I make our way down there.
Really do.
If you go down next, maybe by yourself, and the 2 of us stay up here, and then you can send the elevator back up again, and then that way nobody's left up here by themselves, so.
Gotcha.
So somebody just has to ride the elevator down by themselves?
Yeah, well, there'll be 2 people. Yes, you'll be by yourself. I can go, but
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess if they go and come back, I mean, if the elevator comes back, then there's not much to worry about. So
Right, that's my thought. I mean,
hang on one second, guys. Go ahead and keep talking.
Yeah, what I'll plan on doing, me and Tracy, when we get in the elevator, get down, provided that it's safe. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the elevator to return.
Babe, your sound keeps cutting in and out.
Can you hear me better now?
Now I can.
Okay, I think it's my voice not picking up the thing because my voice is.
Oh, it's
So
not
you're
activating. It's not activating the
you're
mic.
you're gonna send the elevator back up without you, and then the next person can come down.
Right, exactly. If
Okay.
for whatever reason it doesn't come back up, then don't make your way down there.
Okay.
This balls out, man.
And if it's bad down there, then just come on back up.
If we can, we will.
Man, Missy's ready to die down there.
Can y'all give me names? I got Missy is Lee. Eric, what's your name?
I don't
Nolan,
remember.
right?
Oh yeah, Nolan. I'm like, it's not written on my thing. I have so many characters, I don't know which one this is. Yeah, it's Nolan.
Brittany, what's your name?
Poppy.
Poppy. And then Tracy's with us. We're talking to Chan. Where's Jen at?
Chang.
Chang?
We don't have a Jen.
I wrote down Jen.
Did we have is that somebody who used to be
Nope.
on the actual ship?
I don't have any notes
On
for
her way in?
Jen.
There was whoever the chef was.
That was
I don't
Hassan.
remember. Oh, yes.
Sorry about that, folks. Just need to make sure that Colin had taken his medicine, and he actually went to bed like super early. He went to bed.
Oh, now he's cutting out.
Yeah, huh?
Now
you were cutting out too.
Oh, well, I was talking really quick too.
Oh.
That may have been why. Oh, and that maybe I had my mic muted, and sometimes when that happens, it doesn't pick up immediately. It's like it takes a bit to catch up. Anyways, I just need to make sure he got his medicine, and he went to bed super early.
Okay.
Right on.
Okay, so back to game. So
Right,
the
so
first
Lee
two,
and Tracy
first
are
two
going
down, Lee and Tracy, and then who's going down next?
Poppy.
I guess I will.
So just Poppy. Okay. So when the first two go down, this elevator it's almost like a good way to describe it is it's almost not an elevator. Really, it's like a cage that would fit two tubes. So like almost like a missile rack sort of thing. It's almost like it was repurposed, but instead of but it's concave enough that obviously people can sit in if they fold their hands to their sides, and it just kind of lowers you down. It only goes to one floor, up and down. It's like somebody may have installed this after model setup from the base, at some point. So it's not even fully enclosed. It's like when you go down, you're just kind of going down in the cage. And so when you get down to the bottom, it ends up dropping you down like on a hydraulic. So it's got like a platform that would fit up against the ceiling of the sub-level 1. So when you come down, it's just kind of the cage is exposed and whatnot. Really, I mean, that's all there is. You just open up the cage itself, and it drops you down. It's not like this was super... well, I should say, if you look at it when it goes back up, it looks like it's concealable, if you didn't know it was there. If you did know it was there, it just kind of drops you down at one section of an open section of the motor pool. So really, the only way somebody's not going to know that this was here is if it wasn't really in use. Because if it was down for any degree, somebody in the motor pool, if the base is operational, somebody in the motor pool would see this cage sitting out in the middle of, in the an off section of the open motor pool, and it would look kind of awkward. However, the motor pool itself has sustained quite a bit of damage. There are parts of the ceiling that are kind of hanging down. Conduit is exposed from what you can tell. There are no lights down here whatsoever. So it is almost pitch black. You're really only picking up stuff from the headlamps that you guys picked up. You can tell that there were vehicles in here at one point in time. All of them were just all-terrain vehicles, so it looks like these were folks that went to the surface for whatever reason. And the exit that would have been down here for the said motor pool, when you're looking around, I mean, it's easy to see. Huge double door. And the double door not only has like junk that's kind of collapsed against it, a little bit from the ceiling, some of it containers kind of left around, but there are gigantic like weld marks on the big door, like somebody purposely sealed it.
Oh wow.
So it may be serviceable, but it would take work to get it back open. You know, probably time that you don't have, and you would have to scavenge for the tools because you definitely don't have them right now. Missy, since your character is military, you would know that's military grade plating. So it's not something you can just kind of, you know, set a couple explosives off and make a hole. It was specifically designed to withstand quite a bit of damage. And then next, it goes, you just send it back up. And basically, it's very simple. There's just a lever that goes up.
Did you look around first? Make sure it's safe.
I would tell Tracy to hang back for a minute, kind of stay in the door of the elevator, and just in case anything were to pop out loud, be able. I'm gonna. Everything's clear.
You're cutting out. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm losing my voice.
You're gonna have to put that thing in your mouth, man.
I know. Yeah. Okay, so
There we go.
once everything's in the clear, I'm gonna give her the heads up or the thumbs up to send the elevator back up.
Okay. So you're kind of, you know, looking around and thankfully there's not a whole lot of obstructions down here. There are some where there were like supply containers and whatnot that were set up down here. Many of those are toppled over. So you have a good, you know, spatial awareness as you kind of scan around. Oh, motorcycle passed by.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a pretty cool sound effect.
Yeah, I know. And so you're looking around and you're getting the most out of your headlamp. So I mean, it's able to go probably the full distance that it's able to go, illumination wise. But as you step a little bit further away, Tracy ends up, you know, placing a hand on your shoulder. She says, "No, it's okay. It's clear."
Oh, okay. Well, send the elevator back up for the rest of the.
Okay, so she throws the lever back up. So and you see it, you know, just kind of, you know, laboriously pulling the bindings up and you're moving back in place. And you know that the fact that you didn't see it in the commissary and the fact that if you were in the motor pool when this is up are probably its two biggest items, is the fact that you just can't see it. Otherwise, it looks and acts like a piece of shit. But you guys see the cage come up.
While the cage is going back up, I'm going to take another look around, seeing that everything is safe. I'm going to look for anything useful.
Scavenge?
Yes.
Okay. While you were doing that, Tracy is just keeping an eye out. She's not going to rummage or anything. She's still a little jittery from everything that you guys have seen. And then the cage starts coming back down. Like occasionally the clacking doesn't line up quite right because reasons, kind of like the log ride at Knott's Berry Farm or something. Like it lines up occasionally, but then as you get close to the top, it's clack, sort of thing. And Todd is just really into it. All of a sudden, he's just like shaking it. He's going to shake it like a Polaroid picture here in a second. So you come down. The only real significance that you would see, Brittany, in coming down is you could tell, given the fact that you work with mechanics, this was thrown together.
The whole motor pool or the elevator?
No, this little elevator thing. Somebody probably did this to have a way in or out. Yeah, without people knowing. It's clear that this wasn't a purposeful design in the base.
Okay, so it's meant to be a secret exit
Of some sort, yes.
Okay.
And you get down there and you see the light kind of going back and forth as Lena is kind of scavenging. She's looking through some of the broken containers and just trying to find things that look like they're worthwhile, some form or fashion. And I will go ahead and have Lena roll.
Uh-oh.
Give me a mental and notice check.
Are we good?
No, I don't know. Just waiting for the roll.
I think she's using a digital one.
Oh,
Oh,
dice
yeah.
roller.
I don't think she brought dice with her.
No, yeah, I didn't bring my dice, but I also didn't bring my character sheet, so I'm looking at a picture of the copy. So I'll be just a second.
I can resend it to you. I've got it in PDF.
Oh, no, I got it now.
Okay.
You don't bring dice on business trip?
I had fully actually intended to hit a gaming shop by now, but since I got sick, like I just didn't have time.
Oh,
That makes sense.
Missy, you're awesome. She laughs, but that's awful.
But she sounds all miserable.
I know.
Gotta go to a damn gaming shop.
Last and dying. All right. It's just the total of the roll together, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I have an 8.
Not bad.
Try not to sound so disappointed.
How many flares do we have? Do I have a flare?
It's better than a 1.
That was a 1.
Yeah, that is better.
Yeah, don't roll a 1, please. Nobody roll a 1.
That's how we ended up in quicksand.
Let's not do that again.
True,
That
true.
was terrible.
And that wasn't really quicksand.
I know, it was worse.
Way worse.
So much worse.
I actually liked that. That was a good scene.
As long as nobody died, which they didn't, but it was close.
It was close. Yeah.
So Lena, you end up coming again. Most of these boxes, they've sustained some damage, they've been knocked over, or they're just flat out old. So it looks like people may have already gotten to them in an emergency. But one of the boxes that has been knocked over has 6 pre-sealed packages of MREs.
Nummy.
Oh, that's helpful.
So doesn't help you combat-wise, but buys you some time in case you guys get stuck here a little bit longer. So Poppy, you're down here, and you're seeing.
I'd like to take a look around too.
Sure. Okay, you're seeing Tracy kind of keeping an eye out, and Lena rummaging around. Looks like she's found some shiny packets that you would recognize as MREs.
Sure.
So why don't you go ahead and roll? Same thing. And at this point, the good doctor. The good doctor and Nolan are coming down. So clack, 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 clack,
Mental and notice, right?
Mental and notice, yes. It's all making sounds like the old, Bugs Bunny cartoons.
I got a 6.
Oh, roll again.
No, I got total of 6.
Oh, total of 6. Okay. So the way you sold that, the way you said it originally, it's like, yeah, I get the highest roll.
No. Sorry, that was chagrin.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Alas.
So you start kind of poking around some of the junk, really. Your thing is, it's not that you aren't finding anything. You are finding things, but they're all broken and can't be repaired. So you're successful in finding things. You're finding things like, oh, this is some great tools. And you see it's like twisted beyond repair. And you're like, I could have used that. Important wrench or something along those lines. You do end up finding at least what you think is the remains of a gnawed-on hand.
A gnawed on what?
Hand.
Handle?
Hand.
Yes.
She said, "What?"
That is not a good prize.
And it was interspersed with some crates that had fallen over. So the fact that you found the hand, you're like, I don't really want to go any further into that pile of boxes. I'm probably going to find what the owner of this hand.
I'm gonna wave until Lee sees me.
Okay.
Point it out to her.
There's a hand.
We have a handoff.
Do you need a hand?
Oh, I wonder if we lost her because it doesn't look like she's moving.
I was like, she hasn't moved for a couple minutes. And
Oh,
then I'm
no.
like, oh, she's
Eric's got a
frozen.
frozen picture, and Lacey's got a frozen picture.
But we can hear Eric.
Yeah,
My picture's frozen. I hope
Yeah.
it's frozen on a good one, man.
it's good. It is frozen on a good one.
This one is, yeah. It looks like you're kind of deep in thought.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Hey!
Yoda!
Yes,
Baby
ears.
Yoda!
Is
So-
that through crochet?
Yep.
Nice.
So while we wait for her to come back, is anybody else doing anything now that you're down here in the motor pool? It is. Again, there's no lights. It is very, very.
Oh, it's
dark.
not Smissy.
Yep. She dropped it. Oh, and Eric, you there?
Yeah, I'm still
Okay.
here.
You're just spinning
Your
dots
video
again.
dropped out too.
So weird.
Today is a technology crap show.
There's something going on today. I passed like 3 big accidents on my way to work this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody said that they had a lot of traffic too. So I'm going to blame last week's full moon.
Works for me.
Like, the effects are like 4 days late.
Something to do with the numerology in 1:14:20. Oh no!
15.
Oh, that's right. Today's the 15th. Even worse. Holy crap!
I don't know.
So, is anybody else doing any searching in the motor pool? Anything in specific outside of it being black?
I think the motor pool would freak me out, and I would just kind of like, you guys, you find anything?
What are we looking at vehicle wise?
There are 2 all-terrain Jeeps that are down here that are in various states of disrepair and also covered in dirt.
I'm gonna scavenge around while we're down here as well. We'll have some free time, I guess.
Okay.
All right, well, if since Missy's gone, I'm going to wave over to Nolan and point out the hand.
Okay.
I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, holy. Is there any more to this? Or is it just the hand?
I did not want to find out. So
I stopped digging.
Oh, here
if
comes
you
Missy.
want to look for it, be my guest.
I'm gonna go over to where she found the hand at. And
Okay.
poke around.
If I can see the hand, I'll be like, I can't fix that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's more of a like she's not walking around with it and trying to show it off to people, but she points to where she saw it and dropped it because she accidentally grabbed it.
I'm missing. I can't fix that.
Hold your hand.
Sorry.
Oh, Missy's mic is showing muted. Don't. Anyways.
You find any medical supplies at all?
Yes, the group has, but that was in the last game. They ended up finding some more bandages, and they picked up 2 heal packs.
All right. But I would ask right now. I mean, if they found anything too.
Eric, why don't you go ahead and give me a mental and notice?
Oh, that's right. We have headlamps.
Gotcha.
You sure do. No,
Mine
she
is-
dropped off again.
Is he in? Is he out?
I got 10.
Oh, nice. And here she comes back.
Is he in?
I hope so, anyways.
Hmm.
Yeah, it actually shows that she's clicked on mute for her microphone. Don't.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
Clicked
dun. So you are rummaging through. Oops, you were rummaging through. Well, this particular pile that she found the nommed on hand. You can, when you pull back some of the bags and the stuffing that you would find in some of the other containers, like the peanuts and crap, you end up seeing that there is a dead person that fell back into, and so probably collapsed on top of them. There is, yeah. So there is some sort of makeshift blade that's embedded in the rib cage of the individual.
Oh man.
At first guess, it may have been just like something from sheet metal. Like, I mean, it's very crude. It's like, and it's like somebody just kind of made it into a point.
Wasteland style.
Yeah. And just, yeah.
Shiv.
So, but the hand was not off, you said? Or was it just discombobulated?
No, well, I mean, you're not a doctor, but you see gnaw marks all over it. And you see gnaw marks on the part where the wrist would have connected to the arm. So it's likely that that's what happened. You do see the person had a lab coat on. We lost her again. I think she may have been having problems with her headset at that point.
Is the blade destroyed, or is it salvageable? Is it plunged deep into their heart?
Hold on 1 second.
Sure.
I'm going to try and fix this temporarily since we're having a bunch of tech problems. New scene. And window capture. And screw it. Let's just do it that way. Like that. I'm just going to go old school with this, so that way if anybody pops in or out, we're good. You all right there, Todd?
Yeah, zone him.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so it should be all right. Transition over. There we go. So I'm just going to go with this, so that way we're looking directly at us, just chatting and playing. So that way we don't have to worry about being off screen or anything really weird. It's just a picture of my Discord. All right. Whoops. There we go. All right. And I'm sorry, so what was your question again? I was trying to get that fixed.
I was talking about the blade. Is it something that is salvageable, or did it?
Oh, you absolutely could use a blade, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna yank that out then.
Okay. There she is.
Hey, I'm back. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're totally okay.
Not your fault. I mean, unless it was.
Yeah. Oh no.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
Odd.
Damn it. Sorry. Lightsaber night canceled.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Dang it.
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to pull it out, it's not a problem. I mean, it's quite literally just a sharpened piece of metal, so if you just tug on it, it's going to come right out. There is a lab coat on the guy as well. So it looks like he may have been maybe a technician or medical officer or something. There's an old badge on it, but it doesn't have any sort of name on it. It just has some encoding markings.
Okay, I'm gonna grab the tag in case it's like a slide key or something like that.
Okay.
I'm gonna rifle through the pockets too and see if there's anything else this guy's got on. I'm okay molesting dead bodies.
You do find a cred stick that had some credits on it.
If I can ever use this again.
Yeah. Well, you got to hope too that they were Alliance credits, because if they weren't, then you have a cred stick that's worthless.
Yeah.
You got to paperweight.
Like NCR money in Fallout.
Yeah, there you go.
Get that crap out of here.
Bottle caps.
The body over there.
Nope.
What?
Okay. Starting to lose Todd.
You sound like a robot.
His computer or his screen's frozen.
Yeah.
Oh,
We can hear it. There we go. Starting to catch up.
am I better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So I was
Part of
asking.
that may be Cox, because Cox has been having problems around town. Like they've dropped in this area a couple times. They had the automatic "Oops, our bad" message when you called in
Oh no.
already before anybody got to a person. So, anyways, I'm sorry. What were you saying, Todd?
So from where I'm standing, I'm kind of like hanging out by the cage over here
Yes.
because But do I see Nolan kind of rifling through a body over there?
Yeah.
Or?
Mm-hmm. You sure do.
I'm like, Nolan, you need help looking at that, or?
He's got a doctor's smock jacket on. Maybe some of this will look familiar to you.
Yeah, I'll come over.
Okay.
I'm gonna poke around in the vehicles.
Alrighty. So, Poppy, why don't you give me a mental and knowledge check? And the good doctor, why don't you do the same?
Mental knowledge.
Yes, mental knowledge.
Okay, so the number that's on there, what am I rolling? I'm sorry.
The number that's on there is the die that you're rolling.
Okay,
so, for example, if you had a 6, that's a D6.
All right. Well, I just happen to have the die that I'm supposed to roll.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna hang out against a wall and crack open one of those MREs.
Okay.
That was loud.
Oh, was I loud?
No, but that's good though. I would rather have that than you cutting out.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I got a 14.
Holy moly.
Man.
Nice.
I got a total of 8.
Okay.
I had 2 10-sided dice to roll on that one. So
wow.
Yeah. So Todd, you take a look at that, and it's not common, but you've seen this type of encoding used when dealing with military facilities. It's typically they'll have that type of badge on there specifically, so the only individuals who can identify them are personnel that should be able to identify them. It's to keep them. A lot of times that type of ID will be given to high priority personnel that are being dropped off in, or I should say, being invited in to highly sensitive laboratories or experiments or whatnot. So that way they're not flashing, like actual credentials.
So like the rank is hidden, their knowledge is hidden, but somebody that knows how to read it would know what it is.
Yes.
So I shared that with Nolan that this is definitely a military encoding on this badge.
This was somebody important. Let's hold on to that badge then. Hopefully it'll help us out later.
Nolan was searching through the pockets. I mean, how far did he get? Should I search farther? Or
Oh no, he's already pilfered the body at this point.
And there's no like dog tags underneath the shirt. Okay.
No, so the guy likely was not military then, if that was the case. He was probably a civilian of some kind.
Okay.
So then, Poppy, you have gone to the vehicle. If this was something you could pull out of here, you could probably salvage it. It's not damaged in the sense of like it's been thrown around or blown up or anything of that nature. Most of the wear and tear that's happened, this is just It's been sitting and
Age.
it's old. Yeah.
Age and environment.
Yep.
Well, but the doors are shut.
Right.
Is it worth tinkering with? I mean,
Well, there's not many places in the facility that you could drive it around.
oh, that's true.
It's mostly designed to
Get
go
it up the
outside.
elevator
Yeah.
anyway.
Right. Yeah, not that cage.
Nope.
Yeah, you'd have to have access to the doors here.
Which are welded shut.
Yes.
All right. Well, are we finding anything useful down here, or is this place a bust?
Well, I mean, outside of what you found so far.
Maybe it was the key card or whatever. I mean, evidence, I guess, is useful.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any doors down here other than that main door?
There presumably is, but because there's no ambient light, the darkness here will just eats up your lamps. So they'll go max range, but it's beyond the range of your headlamps.
How about Nolan? You want to call Chang and see if he has like where anything else after out of here?
Good idea. I'm gonna snatch those comms back from Lee.
Okay.
And give Chang a call.
My mouth is full from eating my MRE, but I'm just gonna hand it back over.
Okay.
Chang, breaker 19. This is Nolan. Come back now.
You're gonna have to tell me where that nomenclature came from. Was that like from Earth? It was.
I honestly don't know. I just read a lot of books. It sounded cool.
Okay. What can I help with?
We are in, like you said, the garage or what did you call it?
Motor pool.
Motor pool. Our lights are doing squat for us down here. We've searched the immediate area. We found a key card of obviously somebody's super important, but his hand was eaten off. But we don't know how far this goes. Do you have any plans of this place to let us know if there's any doors or whatnot to search past here?
I mean, I can find the motor pool, and it's sketchy from there on out. The part of the problem I'm having is the sub levels are the maps that they have here they're well, for lack of a better term, they're terrible. And I don't know if that was by design or if it's just wear and tear of the data.
It did look to me like this place was kind of jury-rigged together, especially that elevator.
Like it was an afterthought.
Well, I mean, if they were running low on supplies, they may have just been making do with what they had. But if you're in the motor pool, then if you go directly to your west, I think if I'm looking at how you're looking at this, if you're the opposite direction of the double doors, let's put it that way.
Okay.
Should be west. There's staff entrances and exits there.
Okay.
And if I'm looking at this correctly, based on the shapes, there are two large shafts that run alongside the staff entrances there. So those may be the elevators. I just don't think that they're serviceable. If I'm looking at this correctly and I haven't confused the maps, I think if you exit the motor pool and again, parts of this are blank, but if you keep going north, you're gonna come across the power room where the generators are at.
Well, let's do that.
Yeah, that's priority number 1. Thanks, Shandy. You've been a great help. We're gonna head north, but keep the radio around. We'll let you know what's going on.
I will, but I don't want to alarm you.
But you're gonna alarm me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm hearing noises.
I got you, buddy. We're haven't really heard noises here, but we're seeing things. So stuff's going down. We're gonna try to get to you as soon as possible.
All right. Be safe.
Yep, you too, man.
You hear the squelch of the radio, kick off.
All right, if I don't know if these guys heard or not, but I'm gonna let them know that Chan's hearing stuff where he's at.
He's behind one of those big, whatever you call that.
The
door with
the
the wheel on
Willie.
it, like we were earlier.
The door with the steering wheel.
The sealed door.
The shifter and the buttons. And
he should be.
And the stuff.
That thing, right?
That was awesome. All of a sudden, Poppy got descriptive like Bill Cosby. Just like, at first you take the door and you begin with the turning. And you turn and down. Zip it what?
Okay, I found a hand. It's not really my thing.
We broke Eric.
Oh, man. That's pretty good.
So he should be safe behind that door for a while, right?
I think
Hopefully.
so.
Well, presumably. Those doors were airtight sealed like you would find on like a submarine or a naval vessel of some kind.
These things probably, we know they're super strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they probably would know how to open a door.
A giant wolf hit you with a javelin, so I'm not counting against anything. So
yeah.
I'd say we just hurry, try to get this power back on, and try to find him as soon as possible, because I don't know. It seemed like something was chasing us upstairs, and I'm not wanting to stay here for any longer than we need to.
Yeah, okay.
I concur. Let's go north.
Let's push north.
All right, so as you guys start walking down to the other side of the motor pool, it's big enough, and even with the lamps, it's dark enough. It's giving you that, and I don't know if anybody has this phobia. Maybe you do. Like if you're in a large body of water and there's nothing under you, and it's dark and there's nothing around you, all you just know is all I can do is keep going, one direction, and hopefully I get to the end. It's the
like
darkness,
a deprivation chamber thing.
Yeah. It's the darkness, and if it wasn't so dark, it probably wouldn't be a big deal. It would probably be just like being inside Glendale Stadium or something. It's just okay. It's expansive. I can't immediately touch walls. Not a big deal. But because of everything that's going on and that walk, just knowing that there's something out there, you can feel, whether you want to or not, like the hackles on the back of your neck just kind of going up, because it's just, you don't know what's out there in the darkness. But eventually, as you start walking forward and the lamps start catching the walls and whatnot, there's a little bit of markings on the wall. There was a firefight down here as well. Not as much. It looks like there was probably more movement back and forth. You do see that there were 2 elevators that sit off directly to the left of the doors that you're heading towards, which the doors here are wide open. The elevators themselves, the doors, trying to think of a visual for this, but they do look like they're tubes. So almost like the elevator, is not built in to the wall like you would see on normal buildings, but it's a tube-like shaft, kind of like what you would have when you're, the old school bank tellers.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. More along those lines. And the doors on those have also been welded shut.
Oh, man.
Of course, the staff doors here have been broken open.
It makes me wonder if it was just those things that we saw that were trying to get in, or something else.
Like maybe they wanted to trap it down here.
Or that they were just being assaulted and were afraid of. Maybe they had their backs to the wall. I don't know.
So, Todd, why don't you give me a mental and notice check?
Mental and
Notice.
notice. All right, I need to run and get other die. Be right back.
Okay, sure.
You could just roll it twice.
He may not have that particular die.
Oh.
I mean, he had some high stats though, man. He had a 10. He had 2 10s.
I have a couple of 10s.
I don't have no 10s.
Big dummy.
There are a lot of 8s and 6s, man.
That's because you're, I think, a little bit more rounded out.
Yeah.
He's a little bit more specialized because he's a brainiac, so the stuff he's supposed to do really well, he does.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same.
Any other stuff, not so much.
And not so much.
I mean, if I need to shoot something, I'm pretty good at that.
I would hope so.
You don't know that.
Gotta field test your you gotta field test the items you're trying to sell.
Of course.
You don't want to be like Tony Stark and all talk and then have performance anxiety or something.
My notice is a 4, so I had to get a D4.
Oh.
Oh
Your
shit!
notice is 4?
Yeah, my
Oh.
total is a 3 on that.
Oh, man.
Oh, your total is a 3.
Yeah, I rolled a D10 and I rolled a D4. I got a 1 on the 4 and I got a 2 on the 10.
Ooh.
Aww.
Oh, no.
Alrighty, so
I don't notice.
Here we go.
so you guys walk out through the doors, I should say. And because it's so much more quiet down here, because you're, more underground, you can hear some wind blowing in the distance from somewhere. Because you can hear it kind of hitting some of the exposed conduit as it just taps against like something metal, presumably a wall. Lightly, not, super, rapid or anything of that nature, but it tells you there's some sort of exposure to the elements out here, somewhere down here. And as you continue to walk, you come to a service hallway that goes, at this point, north and south. And as soon as you step out of that hallway, you end up seeing the doctor take a tumble.
Oh, man.
Just like falls head over heels by mistake, hitting the ground kind of hard, banging his head up against the wall a bit.
Damn.
Yeah, it was one of those.
What's that stuff?
Like bad stumbles. That.
What did he trip on?
Well, when you guys look down, you end up seeing that there were 3 men in uniforms, bodies obviously, that were on the ground, and he ended up tripping over them. They're almost stacked on top of one another, and the hallway to your south, that went to the south, because he actually stumbled and fell back. There's actually almost to the effect of like cordwood, just rows of decomposing bodies, and where he fell up against the wall, and you can actually see the thing kind of shimmy.
Oh, man.
Almost burying him in corpses.
So they just
Nasty.
had bodies just stacked in here.
Yes.
When we
Wow.
look around, does it look like these bodies have been freshly stacked, or are there any tracks other than our own?
No, actually, the one thing you do note down here, since this has not had direct exposure to the elements such as dirt and whatnot, you don't see any of that down here. So there are no dusty tracks or anything to follow. However, the bodies themselves are all very decayed. Everybody give me another mental and notice check.
9.
Nice.
11.
10.
All right. Missy's like 3.
Well,
That's what I got.
my firewall just blocked my dice rollers. So can somebody roll an 8 and a 6 for me?
Oh,
You want me to, babe?
Yeah, if you could.
man, tonight has
Bring it
been
up
the
on my other
night.
thing. Yeah. I should have made it to that gaming store, I tell you.
That's okay.
9.
I was going to go to Todd's Satellite Games.
So 9 as well? Okay.
Yep.
So one of the things you do see down here, however, and it looks like it's packed into the wall, you see some purple armor.
Oh, wow.
Wait, like Alliance armor?
Like Alliance armor.
Is anybody wearing it?
Well, yeah, I mean, one of the corpses, which isn't nearly as corpseified as the others, but still a corpse.
I'm going to take a look at it and see if there's anything that I can notice about it.
Sure.
Yeah,
why
I'm
don't
going to go up.
Look at the bodies themselves. I mean, like how these guys die and that kind of thing.
Okay. So since you're looking basically forensics, Todd, why don't you go ahead and give me, pardon me, give me your mental and
Knowledge.
yes. And if you want to add an additional D8 for medical student, you're more than welcome to.
Oh, sure. So okay. So knowledge, mental, and the D8.
Yes. Unless
All
for
right.
some reason you want to gain 1 plot point for later on use and roll a D4 instead of a D8.
No, I'll do the D8 because I think I had a plot point, I think, last time, but I can't find the note on it.
Okay, no problem.
All right. I have 22.
Nice.
Damn, man.
So,
I'm getting like 14s and stuff, man.
Well,
I got a 10 and 2 6s.
Yeah, but in this particular case, he had an extra die he could throw into it because it was appropriate to what he was trying to do.
Nice.
So Eric, kind of the same situation. So Nolan has some skills that is going to help him figure that out. So you're going to want to give me a mental, a knowledge check, and then I want you to also add a D8 for your top secret.
Okay.
Seeing the armor, I'm also going to want to check that out and see what I know about this person.
Okay.
Or what I can tell.
Sure.
17.
17, not bad. All right. And then Lena, go ahead and roll. You're going to be doing a mental and knowledge.
Sorry, roll my what?
Mental and knowledge. Oh, and in fact, add a D8 for Veteran of the Unification War.
Okay. Where'd my okay.
These. Sorry, go ahead.
Eric, can you roll 2 D8s and a D6 for me?
Yeah, gotcha, babe.
Okay, I'm trying to download a dice roller now.
13. She got 18.
Nice.
All right. So, Todd.
Yeah.
First thing you notice, all of the victims that you are looking over have cuts that have gone down to the bone, which would indicate that bladed weapons were used to probably kill the individuals.
Okay.
Based on what you're looking at here and the fact that decomposition would have slowed given the temperature, most of these individuals probably died when this facility was last used. The one that stands out, however, is the one that's in the Alliance armor. If you had to guess, this body is probably 2 years old.
And what was the facility last used?
No one sure. All notes and indications that you've had so far, like the records that you pulled up specifically for the medical files, indicated somewhere between 10 to 12 years.
Okay.
That's weird.
And then Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, Eric and Missy, you both are looking at the armor itself. Armor is newer issue, post unification war.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's interesting.
You can also tell that there are scuff marks where something bladed had clashed against it in some form or fashion, and this individual, of course, was killed. Some sort of bladed weapon to the neck.
Ooh, shoot.
Is there any identification or anything that we can locate with the
Actually,
individual?
yes, he still has his dog tags.
Okay, I'm gonna take those.
Okay.
The weapons of the old bodies are they pretty? Is it just random kill kind of thing, or we're looking at like headshots, chest shots, or?
Oh yeah, no, nothing specific. I mean, outside of the fact that it is bladed, it just looks like somebody took a bladed weapon to kill them. Not many of them the same. It's not like they're specifically targeting one area. Like some may have it in the chest, and others may have it around the neck. Looks like if anything, the commonality was the strikes are in fatal areas, so specifically designed to inflict the most damage.
Okay. Well, I'm going to share that. That what's what I found.
And then things, considering what we saw earlier, I'm still leaning to this stuff being. It sounds like Reavers.
I don't know. Whatever happened, this guy came later.
Yeah, his body's only about 2 years old. The rest of them are over 10 years old.
Yeah, he's got newer armor on. So this, I mean, was the Alliance checking out this location? I mean, this doesn't make any sense.
The Alliance has their fingers in a lot of different pies, man. They're always doing shit that doesn't make any sense.
I mean, they could have had something happen here 10 years ago, and they decided to come back a few years ago to come retrieve something, and it got just as screwed up.
Yeah, they tried to plant a seed and then sow it, and then I don't know.
Does he have any weapons?
No. Yeah, nobody in the wall has any sort of weaponry at this point.
Does the Alliance guy, his armor, is it salvageable? So like Lee and Olin can wear that? Because I mean, I don't know if I wear that kind of armor, but
it absolutely can. Yes. I mean, it's a little banged up, but yeah, it's serviceable. It can still work.
We could maybe use that later.
I mean, if somebody else wants to wear it, that's cool. But I'm not interested in putting this on.
I mean, can we pack it away?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Tracy at that point like throws her hands up real quick as she's kind of like looking around. She's like, no, don't.
You mean you think we should leave it here?
Yeah.
why?
Because something went to great lengths to make this wall.
Oh, you think if we take this body out, it's going to mess up the entire wall? So that's not a bad idea. So.
Yeah, I mean,
but there's something personal about this wall.
Yeah, somebody hates that uniform. It's like a cherry on top.
I can't place it. It's just it's beyond scary to my gut, and something tells me that wall is there for a reason. If we knock it down, or displace it, I think things are going to get worse.
But he bumped into it and it wobbled. You said, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well,
Maybe it's a symbol. Maybe
fate.
it's like a warning sign or something.
So regardless, even if it's a warning sign, it's something that happened fairly recently and not necessarily 10 years ago as we had originally thought. Somebody has been here within the last couple of years and made this wall and put this guy on top of it. And I'm with Tracy. I don't think we should touch it.
All right.
Does it look like the rest of the bodies, does it look like they were put in, like that they were stacked up and like 10 years ago, or that they were stacked up 2 years ago?
No, it looks like most of them were stacked up a long time ago.
Oh, okay. So like this new body was added to it recently, but
Yeah.
the wall itself has been here for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my point is this body was added to it recently.
That's what I meant by the cherry on top.
So, I mean, unless we want to be the new tree toppers, I think we should keep moving.
I'm okay with that. Oh, hey, now she's back.
Blink.
Hey, what happened?
You went out.
Oh, Todd's frozen for me now.
Yeah. We're having some connection issues, unfortunately.
What a night!
I know. I'm sorry, guys.
And you should be.
But it looks like we're all coming back. Okay, cool.
Yes.
So I guess the consensus is we leave that the hell alone.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Whatever you say, boss.
Northward.
Okay.
All right, so leave it and let's go north again.
You can see from where the doors are, because again, it's a military base. It's going to be fairly common that there was some sort of map on the wall here where the doors would normally meet to the motor pool, and it would tell you like directions where to go. And like that whole part of the wall has been scraped and scratched enough that you cannot see the map.
Oh man.
Well,
that's called obfuscation.
You can pronounce that much better than I can.
Don't you have that power?
I do, and I can't say it every time I try to obfuscate.
She's an opposite. What's that?
She's all. I disappear with ovulate.
Ovaltine.
Yeah, exactly. Drink your Ovaltine.
I'm off my gate. I'm walking in front of you. Off my gate.
So you continue going north at this point.
Yes.
And it goes to a T junction.
Mr. T.
Something like that. Yes. It will continue to go north. It will go west and east at this point. The west section, you can see that there is some sort of break-in of some form where rock has collapsed down in, and you can actually feel a cold breeze coming in.
Oh man!
So going further down, I mean, you could go maybe 50 feet down the hallway to the west, but it's collapsed. If you go to the east, you're actually running, towards the motor pool, but it's obviously past that. It's the other side of it. It's a bit far north. At this point, most of the signage and directions are all gone, missing, or damaged to the point that it's impossible to tell what's where. Everybody give me another mental notice check.
What's your dice, babe?
An 8 and a 6.
8 and 6.
I got a 7.
You got 12.
Nice.
Yay.
I got 6, but one of them is a 1.
Oh.
I got 9.
9. Okay. So, looking around, and again, at this point, since you're in hallways, you're able to maximize the lamp spread of the luminance fairly well, kind of shining back and forth and trying to see just what the hell's going on. You look kind of back and forth, and again, the north hallway and the east hallway, you know, it goes back far enough that the lamps can't see. There is some wreckage. Again, it's most of the same thing. There's some conduit exposed, some damage to the walls, a little bit of trash here and there along the floors. You're not in your immediate vicinity, not seeing any like bodies or anything of that nature. To the west, when you guys look at the collapsed hallway where some rubble and whatnot have come down, you end up seeing the glitter of what you think is a wristwatch.
I'm gonna
You see that?
I'm gonna take point and go up to investigate.
So as everybody turns and starts walking, or at least looking that way, you end up hearing this loud crash, and all of a sudden you see Poppy yanked up by her shoulders up into the ceiling.
No. Damn it.
with this god awful kind of screech sound that's a mixture of air being pushed through pipes that are a bit small, so almost a whistle noise, but
Oh man.
nails on a chalkboard.
Can I jump at her feet and try to like grab her like before she's yanked up?
You absolutely can.
I'm gonna try and do the same thing. We'll pull her legs off.
What am I using here? Physical and
yes. So you are going to be using your physical trait, and we're going to go. We'll go labor.
labor. All right. Not my best, but
Ooh, shit.
I got a 4 and one of them is a 1.
No.
I got 11 and I got an 8 on a one that's an 8. So
Okay, roll again.
Okay.
And add it.
Yeah, you knock my ass out of the way as that you do.
Let's hope so.
17.
Step aside, fool.
I got her. Put the hell out of the way.
So the doc makes a jump for her, and like completely takes off her boots and goes skidding across the floor with them. Just the intent. Yep, the intent.
Not the shoes.
The intent.
Don't think you stole your shoes.
The intent was great, but like her shoes slipped off way too easily, and that's kind of scary.
You should have tied these bitches.
Yeah, Nolan.
They probably didn't fit me.
Nolan planted and like lunged and did a body tackle right into her abdomen, unfortunately causing a bit of damage to her side. So there's that splitting pain. But she ends up coming right back down with the force of the impact. I mean, it was literally like Goldberg, driving through for the spear. Just good.
Give me that goddamn spear.
And hits her and knocks her down, which sends her to the ground and wraps her head. And she ends up getting some cuts along the upper side of her body. But thankfully, the cuts appear more superficial than anything. So it's not like they need anything more than a Band-Aid. But she has visible cuts here in her clothing that came like right up here on the high neck shoulder area, and some on her arms, like something grabbed a hold of her and tried to yank her up quickly, until Nolan managed to spear her and get her back down. And when that happens, all you hear is all through the top of the ceiling.
No thanks, man.
I reacted and I'm looking up at the sky now to see if I can see anything running up there where they're positioned on the top.
All you hear is somebody moving rapidly through the air ventilation system. Tracy isn't wasting time. She's pulling a die hard and is just finding sections of the ceiling and just firing rounds repeatedly up into them.
Tracy, stop. You don't, unless you have a clear shot, save the ammo.
And she, you know what? Give me a second here. Since you're
I got her boots off, Nolan.
They said my shoes.
Thanks, Bear.
Ow.
Lena, why don't you give me a social and influence? See if you're commanding enough to get her to chill the hell out.
Okay.
I'm gonna go check Poppy's wounds here.
My new dice roller just downloaded, so give me just a second.
Sure.
Well, I can roll them for you if you want. What are they? What do you got?
Hold on.
She's got a dice roller now, Eric.
Yeah.
She doesn't need
I guess not.
Cutting the cord. I
She's
got a
gonna roll
total
once
of
with
9.
that one too, man.
You got a what?
I got a 9.
A 9? So she stops. Maybe you got through her to some degree. Maybe it was the emphasis on the the ammunition and trying to conserve it. But you can just see her hand just like trembling at this point, still pointing it up, at the air ducts.
Game over, man. Game over.
What will come out no more?
Exactly. See, yeah. He will come out no more. What, Jen? What'll come out no more? Brittany, you've seen that, right?
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw it once.
Oh,
Sorry.
once.
Long time ago.
My theory is if we keep going and get to this power plant, we'll be able to get the lights on and see where the hell this thing is coming from.
Do we have any rope?
I got
You
your
don't need
rope.
no fucking rope.
I got your rope right here.
Your stupid
Can
rope.
I be on the buddy system?
So Todd, give me a mental and knowledge check. Or treat. Sorry, yeah. Give knowledge mental and treat.
Treat like a
wait
dessert?
just for 1 second. I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Treat wounds.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Mental and treatment. 11.
Okay. Thankfully, the wounds that she's received are superficial. So if you just kind of give her some bandage, she'll be fine.
Okay.
The scar that she has not scar, but the major tear that she has does need to be touched up.
You need to be careful, Poppy.
Whatever this is, it seems to be trying to pick you off first.
I must look like the weak link. I don't know.
You might have already been wounded, and that's why he's going after you some more, but
Maybe first blood, I don't know.
Yeah, with that knowledge, Tracy is just dead, just shakes.
Okay, let's not talk about that anymore.
Keep it together, Tracy.
I'm trying.
We'll get out of here.
I'm going to investigate her wounds. Is there something about the wounds that have been is there some kind of marking on the wounds, or
Sure, give a roll. See if something's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
I think what's out of the ordinary is my dice suck.
So what am I doing? Mental knowledge?
Yes.
Or
No. Mental notice.
mental notice. Okay.
Mental. The fresh maker.
The mental notice. I got a 5.
5 total.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you just. It was a good idea. You're not too sure, and you're a little antsy with having seen what just happened. So.
Right. No, that's fair.
And so Tracy she's not turning her back on the air vents at all, but but still shaking. She's like, "Did somebody check that out down the hall?"
I was on my way until this happened, so I'm going. We need to keep moving.
Yeah.
With that, I'm gonna start taking point to go forward.
Okay.
So are you going after the wristwatch, or are we going back north?
Help me with my boots.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah, you get your boots on, no problem.
out of character, was the wristwatch north, or is that in a separate
West.
direction?
West.
It's in the collapsed hallway.
I say north.
I just think it might be a piece of tech that we need. I'm gonna run up there and get it. I just see tech, and
Just be careful. Maybe it's some kind of bait for a trap.
Okay.
So
if he's running up, I'm gonna follow him and make sure that he's
no
okay.
problem. So you two go, kind of bolting up there, not because you're wanting to grab the thing, but just a sense of urgency. Something just attacked you. You're, just trying to be thorough. And when you get at the wrist, it's still attached to, the person, and you recognize the uniform.
The Alliance, or
No, actually, it was from the Will-O-Wisp.
Oh.
That's our ship, right?
Who is it?
And when you get a good look at it, it's the captain.
He got all this way?
It's hard to say. She doesn't have any damage that's been cut or she's been cut on or anything. Given the fact that it's collapsed and whatnot, you guys do recall that half of the ship got sheared off and flung somewhere else in the vicinity.
That means that it must be around here somewhere.
Not necessarily. I mean, it could be, but either I don't know if she came here on her own or if something drug her here. Because I mean, if something drug all those other bodies and made a wall out of it, I mean,
that's true.
But the ship itself that got sheared off, it could have caused this cave.
It could have, yeah, it could have.
Mm-hmm.
The cave-in does not appear to be as old as the other parts. That's happening. The dirt is still sort of moist from the.
Where's the airflow going?
Up.
Oh.
I still say power first.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can always come back here if it's one of those pressing things with more light.
I mean, what if our weapons and stuff are around here and we have a better chance of...
What if Chang dies while we're looking for our weapons?
What if we get there and we still can't get him out of those lockers?
Okay, let's try and get the power on then.
Her wristwatch, is it just a watch, or is it some kind of piece of comm equipment or anything like that?
Yeah,
or?
it's a piece of communications gear.
I want to grab
it's not uncommon for. I mean, in a sense, think of it along the lines of like a smartwatch.
Right.
But,
I'm
just
a little
bit more high tech.
Unless the body disappears, I want to grab that piece of equipment right there.
Go right on ahead.
Okay.
Got yourself a comm watch.
I'm actually going to bring it back to Poppy because I don't know shit about this. So, is this something that you can figure out, or?
I'm mostly mechanical rather than.
Oh, then technical.
Technical.
All right, so I'll play with it then. Let's go north.
Yeah.
Nolan Drive.
Yeah. So as you guys start going north, occasionally you can hear reverberations in the vent system.
Oh, shit.
Movement
Stay
here,
close together.
movement here or there, but because of the way the base is built and the ventilation, it's hard to pinpoint where it's at. You just hear the movement down the hallways somewhere. Whatever it is, it's near. And as you start walking forward, your lamps catch the door. The door is sealed, but again, similar to what you've seen down the hallway, lots of scratch marks and things to deface or whatnot. But there's enough of it left that you can see the warning signs like you would normally see on generator rooms and whatnot. So there's enough of it left that you found it.
Okay. I'm gonna look at it and see if I can figure out a way past it, or if is it
Bash it. Or blow it down if you had explosives.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try and stick a shoulder in it then, I guess.
Okay.
I'm
Go
gonna try
ahead.
and kick it.
Sure, go ahead. Give it a physical and labor. And you're both doing it?
Yeah.
Okay. Your rolls will combine.
Nice.
So have at it, Captain Planet.
$10.
Wham! All right, Missy. Let's see.
6.
Oh, her dice roller fails her.
I know. I need to get some real dice.
Well, I don't know. Your real dice weren't doing so hot either.
Yeah, that's ones and ones and ones.
I put those particular dice in dice jail.
Oh, okay. Probably
They're
a good
on
idea.
death row currently. They're on death row.
Oh,
So you hit it, and it shudders. There's a loud racking, pound sound throughout the down the hallway as you guys ram into it. And when you ram into it, you can hear there's more activity in the air duct again. Just like someone climbing and crawling through it or something. Go ahead, roll one more time.
I'm gonna back in closer to the group.
Okay.
Ooh, I got an 8 on my 8.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Make sure you roll that one
I'm with
again.
Poppy. We're gonna kind of stay close.
And look
15,
up real close.
15 altogether.
Nice.
Hold on.
Meanwhile, Tracy's just freaking the F out. She's like, what?
You said it was physical and labor, right?
Physical and labor.
Oh my gosh. I got max on both rolls. I had to double check to make sure. I got a 14.
Oh,
Damn.
do it again.
I didn't believe it. That's why I had to double check.
Go ahead and roll again, just for posterity's sake.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
They explode.
I got an 8.
So, dang.
14
So-
plus 8.
The second
Is
time you
math.
guys,
22.
the second time you both ram into it, like the door had just nothing left. You just, boom, throw both those doors open. You hear some snapping of wood. The doors slam to either side. You guys throw yourselves forward against a railing, and you can see that the generator room actually goes through each sublevel.
Oh, wow.
It's that
Oh,
big.
wow.
There are 3 pylon-looking devices that are sitting here in the middle. Look like they, for lack of a better term, they look like they're probably power converters or the main part of the generator. However, the security feature, because it's clearly marked that it is, there's magnetic clamps that sit sort of at the top, and there are 3 circular couplings that come down that will activate the generator and get, I should say activate all 3 of them and get them going. Now, obviously there's no power in the base at this point in time. There's no generator that you can turn start like in other parts of the base. So unfortunately, the only option you have, as far as you can tell, is to manually release the cup links and wheel them down.
Oh man.
Now, if somebody wants to give me another mental and notice check.
Mental and what?
Mental and notice.
Sure.
And Brittany, add 2 to whatever you roll.
That would be a total of a 7.
Okay.
I got a 12.
I got a 4.
Oh, are we all rolling?
You can.
I got 7.
You got 7. All right. So, Todd, you're the first to find it. You see that there are 3 buckets sitting off to the side, like it. And the reason why I say this is because it's completely obtuse. It's in the walkway which goes circular around. No one would really set something there like that on purpose, unless it had a reason for being there, or they're just being dicks. Because if you trip, you're going to fall 3 stories. So, but you can tell that there's some old rags laying next to it, and there appears to be a note that's stuck against the wall. Oh, speaking of which, in this room, there's no scratches or anything along the walls.
So they haven't got in here.
I'm gonna go read the note. What do you got?
So the note it's pinned to a clipboard, so it was all old school, and it's like it has a comment on there to be used on the shafts as lubricant, but there's a warning that says, "Make sure it's dry, dumbass."
I'm gonna smell it. Is it like some kind of like fuel, or is like?
I mean, the containers themselves are sealed. Poppy, when you notice it, you notice it is a common high-end lubricant that is used in larger machines, and it tends to evaporate fast. It's primarily used for I don't want to say emergency use, but it's primarily used to deal with equipment that's been severely rusted. So it's like for salvaging and whatnot. And you've seen a lot of it because being on the outer rim planets, there's a lot of salvaging, mostly illegal, that goes on. So this sort of thing gets passed around because it's good for people trying to get something that's almost rusted shut working quickly so that it can be used. Obviously, it's not a permanent fix. It's just primarily there for a quick fix so people can get up and go.
I'm going to relay that to the group.
This is
Well, I
I'm gonna
guess
read the
let's
note
see if
out
these
loud,
things are
like,
dry.
Brittany, you would know that it takes about 2 hours for the lubricant to dry. Yeah, it's not super fast.
Fun. Okay, well, if we're going to do this, I guess...
Brittany, give me another mental and
knowledge.
yeah.
Hey, good girl.
9.
9. Okay. You would know just by looking at this. Obviously, electricity isn't your thing. Machines are, though, for the most part. And you would know that the cup links, they do have a manual release, so you would have to crank it, each individual one, to come down, and that's metal on metal. So it can be done. It's just going to be really hard. Or you can attempt the risky, fast way and use this lubricant. Because the lubricant is flammable.
Oh, no.
This, I was gonna
Well,
say it's slow and sure.
these are our options. I don't know what you guys want to do.
I don't want to stay here with these things in the rafters for very much longer or in the air vent. We've already seen what they're capable of.
Too bad we
I
can't
don't
just
know.
door.
I don't know what skills you guys are confident in. So, I mean, I'm gonna let you make this call.
Oh shit!
So how many do we need to do?
3.
3.
One for each floor?
No,
that-
one for each power generator.
Oh, and they're easily reached, but just in disrepair.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it's still usable. It's clear, based on what you've seen now, there's a lot of makeshift and reusable, like, salvage tricks that they've obviously used. So it's clear that the reason why this lubricant is here is because they were having problems with it even before the base ceased operation.
But we'll have to, if we use the lubricant, we'll have to wait 2 hours before we can try and turn it on.
If you don't want to risk any sort of flames
Fire.
or fire exposure.
When we turn on the power.
Yes.
So regardless, it's gonna take a while. I would say roll them down the slow way. That way, at least we can turn it on when we're done.
I think let's give that a try and see how hard it is.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I'll get on the first one.
Okay. So you're going to do one at a time?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Is everybody grabbing a hold of the crank and trying to pull it or turn it, I should say?
Do we need that many people to pull it to make it available?
It's a good question. Unfortunately, you don't have a engineer for this sort of thing.
Sorry, you broke up.
Oh,
should I roll and take a look? I mean, I'm not an engineer.
You're not an engineer, but you're the closest they've got.
All right. See if
Because I'd like to stand watch just to make sure nothing is coming up while everybody has their backs turned pulling this thing down.
Is it like medical technology?
Ooh,
Yeah. No.
Damn.
17.
Oh man.
Because I rolled.
So, yeah, I mean, you're probably paying more attention to this than anybody because this is the second time the thing has tried to get at you. So, this is super important to you that you figure this out. Given how much rust and the fact that this thing was in disrepair before you guys ever got here, and that was before the elements, the more people you have on that winch, the faster it's probably going to go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Let's get going.
I mean, maybe let's have one person stay and watch, and then the rest of us all hands.
Lee was watching.
Okay.
Okay.
So physical and labor?
Yes, physical and labor, everybody. So Tracy comes up and grabs a hold as well.
Ooh. I got a 7. I got a 4 on my 4-sided dice. Do I re-roll that? Or?
Yes.
I got 11 altogether.
8.
All right. Okay.
10 altogether.
Nice. Okay. So, Lena, you can get your rifle out at this point and start trying to keep watch. And all of you put your backs into it and start cranking this thing. Have any of you heard what it's like for a subway liner to come to a screeching halt quickly?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's basically the sound and volume you're dealing with right now.
Oh man.
So it is echoing throughout this base at this point. And as you're turning it, and you see that coupling starting to lower. You can smell the rust in the air at this point as the flakes are kind of coming off. There's even a little bit of sparking as it comes down, just the metal clashing against the metal, and it trying to free itself from the cold and the rust and the bonding therein. And you can hear that roar again come from somewhere down the hallway.
Oh, man.
I'm going to roll again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're on the next one?
Is that one down?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
Let's keep going then.
7.
8.
I got 4, but one is a 1.
Oh! So you guys are pulling at it. You're making some good headway. It's down, sub-level 3, down sub-level 2, gets to about sub-level 1, and you hear a as it stops prematurely.
Shit.
What's going on, guys? Should I jump on this too? This is causing probably a lot of attention.
It is, but we need somebody doing lookout, and you're the best one with the gun right there.
Let's go at it again, man.
Yes.
Tracy peeks over and she says, "Something's in the way."
Shit.
What is it?
Piece of metal, I think. It looks like a beam or something from the catwalk on the sub-level, what is that, 1 or something?
Damn it, Brittany.
Is that a one-man removal, or a couple of us have to get down there and get it?
I can't tell.
I'll go.
I'll come give you a hand.
Shall we work on the next one?
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and go, I'll help on the next one with the rest of these guys and see if we can get at least something else down at the time.
Okay.
Time.
So as you're looking, at that point, because you can hear the thing out in the hallway, Tracy is like, shouldn't we try and secure that door first?
That's probably a great idea, Tracy. Let's go do that.
Okay. You're on point?
Yeah, I'm on point. Don't worry
okay.
about it. You just stick behind me.
I
keep an eye on Poppy, though, please.
I will.
We just left Poppy alone. If I'm with Nolan and she's with you, Poppy, which way are you going?
Poppy's not too far away. She's at the winch right now.
Oh, okay.
Poppy, you're coming along with us. You're coming along with us. You're not staying by yourself.
I don't like the idea of you by yourself.
No, we're just going to secure the door, and then we'll come back and try and get this other one down. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and take point and run up to the entrance or whatever we can do to block it.
So you guys throw the doors back, and there is like a section of pipe you can throw in between the handles to basically secure it as best you can. So it's a quick fix, but it's definitely something that'll keep somebody from being able to throw it open immediately.
This might, I just want to point out that I have, I get extra dice for following orders.
Okay.
Just FYI.
Go lay down.
Sure. So how are you going to capitalize on that?
I don't know. Needs me to rig up something on the door, maybe?
Sure. Why don't you go ahead and roll it then?
All right. What would I get besides?
So you're trying to figure out. Yeah. So we're going to go physical, and we'll go physical and labor, and then your extra D for following orders.
Well, it wasn't nothing.
Oh.
I got a 7 total.
Okay, well, that's not too terrible.
3 dice.
Hugs.
So she looks at it and and throws an additional bar in there, and then she goes and finds some baling wire, and then wraps it around the poles as well to try and give it a little more tactile strength. It's going to take some undoing, obviously, to get through the door again when you guys need to, but it's a little bit more secure than what it was.
Good.
So, Eric and Todd, when you guys scale down the side of this thing, which isn't too terrible or too terribly hard, at least going down, coming back up probably be a little bit more risky. You can see that there was some damage to the railing at one point, and so part of the railing is kind of hanging off the side, and it's blocking the coupling from getting all the way down.
All right, man. I'm going to go try and pull it out of the way.
All right. Give me a physical and labor check.
All right, I'm going to help him here.
Okay. Same thing.
I got a 4.
I got 9.
All right.
2 2s.
Yeah. So the doctor looks like he's helping. He at least gives the impression that he's helping. Nolan is kind of pulling that back. Maybe he was the fulcrum point. Maybe he was positioned correct. Maybe. So yeah. So when Nolan got a hold of it, he was able to pull it back enough. And when you pull it back, like just as you pull it back, the coupling slams down. Just
shit.
The doctor loosened the pickle jar.
Basically, yes. So you managed to get that down, and as you go ahead and give me, we're going to go physical and labor checks to climb back up.
Oh, shit.
He said, oh, shit.
Oh, no.
I got 5!
I got 8.
All right. Okay. So
two lowest dies, it's like...
Yeah, so I mean, it was
terrifying.
It was it was a bit of a task. The doctor at this point is deeply, deeply regretting not taking more physical ed classes. But it wasn't really on his curriculum, and no way in hell he could have planned on being in this type of situation.
Oh.
But you guys,
I'm like all careful with my hands. I don't want to hurt my hands when I'm climbing and stuff. It's like.
Yeah, true. Yeah, those are moneymakers. So as you're climbing up and trying to get back up to the top, something slams into the door.
Oh shit, man!
I'm gonna run to the next winch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same as soon as I get up there.
Burn the winch.
Go ahead, and everybody who's rolling, give me 2 more rolls.
Physical and labor.
Physical and labor.
13.
I got a 3 and one's a 1.
No.
8.
Seeing as we have the door closed and barred, I'm gonna also try and help with the next one. You said physical and labor?
Yes.
Fuck!
I got a 13 and then a 9.
Okay.
I got 2 3s and I won on both of them.
I got an 8 and a 9.
I'm like falling into people going, let me get this. Oh, sorry about that.
I might as well have kept lookout. I got a total of 4.
You didn't roll any ones?
No.
Okay. So you guys are putting everything into it, and it's
coming. Knock you out there, Nolan.
It's coming down, and it passes sub-level 3 and then sub-level 2, and then as you guys are twisted, the winch gives way, so it hits a part where there's nowhere near as rust, and you guys put everything into it, and it spins really fast, and you end up seeing the doctor go end over end from the balcony and just fall.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
God.
I'm gonna go after him.
How far do I fall?
Well, I'll tell you what. Give me a physical and labor check.
Of course.
Yes.
He said, of course.
Double botch.
Yep,
No,
a physical
I
and
just did a double botch. Please no ones, for God's sake. I have 2 4s. I have an 8. Do I get to re-roll that 4?
yes, you do.
Oh gosh.
I get 10 altogether. Yes.
All right.
I do a ninja roll.
So he falls over, hits sub-level 1, and just bounces off the power converter just with a thud. I mean, he hurt himself hard, but his arm like wrapped around probably a place on the power generator he shouldn't have wrapped around, but it's not on, so it's not gonna hurt. So it just kind of like gave him some whiplash as he's holding on to it. And you can tell, like, if his arm didn't like fling around the right way at the right time, he had a clear shot all the way down to the 3rd floor.
Bye, doctor.
Damn, man.
So I mean, and you're there, and your hands are okay. And so you see him kind of like shakily kind of do one of these numbers just to give himself some extra strength, and you can already see the bruising on his shoulder just already coming up.
Oh no.
All right, we gotta get him back up here, huh?
I'm gonna go over the edge and try and help him out, man.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Supposed to be the healer, not the heal E.
I got a 6 in treat.
Oh,
I got 8.
that will help.
4 on my 4s though.
What is my?
I got 10 altogether.
Okay, so Nolan gets down there. He's getting to be an old hand at this. This is similar to the combat courses you trained in, and you throw him up over your shoulder and and have him hold on as hard as he can, and you scale back up with him, clinging, almost choking your neck at this point because his arm, like by the time you get up there, his arm is involuntarily spasming. From the hit, it's just it hurts. Todd, you think maybe you have a break, but you had mobility, so maybe it's a really bad bruise and sprain,
which can be worse.
So
can I treat myself and check my own?
Unfortunately, no, not without the equipment. If you had the equipment, you could, yes. You're gonna have to rely on somebody to give you some old earthy medicine.
Should we do it right now?
Right.
I got one of those heal packs here. I'm not sure if there's anything in the heal pack that'll help me out.
The heal pack will help, yes.
Once he's up, I'm gonna lay him down, not throw him down, but I'm gonna lay him down and go to the crank and start in on that.
So Tracy runs over to help you with that crank. She's like, "Sorry, Doc, I'm terrible at this. We got to get this power coupling down."
No, it's okay, Tracy.
Can I have him talk me through stuff?
Sure. We can do that. So go ahead and give me a mental and treat check. And Todd, as a benefit, go ahead and roll your treat. And whatever you get for your treat, she can add.
Oh, and do I get to use follows orders?
I would think so. I'm telling you what to do.
Sure. I'll allow that.
Sweet.
While they're doing that.
I got a 5.
Okay.
I got 14.
Nice. Okay. You were saying something, Missy?
Sorry, while they're doing that, I'm going to help with the crank.
Okay. So those on the crank, go ahead and roll.
That's a physical and
labor.
7.
Woohoo. I got 11.
Okay. So you guys are, and it's that nasty, just metal on metal sound, but the three of you are getting this thing down, and there's something slamming into that door again, trying to break through.
Jeez.
Brittany, he walks you through what he thinks might be wrong. It looks like he's mostly right, so you're able to apply the healing pack to him and get his arm bandaged up. Obviously, you don't have anything for a sling that you can use, but based on what he's telling you and what you're seeing, it looks like he's probably got like a really bad muscle bruise.
All right.
So his left arm is probably going to be out of operation for a bit, unless, an emergency, of course.
Okay. Well. All right. Then once we've done all we can do for his arm, I'm going to go back and help with the winch.
Yeah, by the time you get done with patching him up as best you can, they get the last power coupling down.
Now I gotta hit the switch.
Yes, you do.
Do we know where that is?
Yes, it's actually on sublevel 1.
Oh, shit. So, all right, man, I'm gonna head down there.
Up and down. There you go.
Since we didn't end up using this lubricant, and it's flammable, maybe we can take that into account if we need something.
A Molotov cocktail.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
A Hasselhoff cocktail sounds good.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Hasselhoff cocktail.
I'm gonna crack the seal and toss an MRE to the doc. Since
Okay.
He's on it.
Nom 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 nom.
Okay. Nolan runs down the stairs of this catwalk, just kind of going down circular down to the very bottom to find this switch. And it's another crank. It's not the large ones that you operated manually. It's one of the ones you saw before on the smaller room generators.
Oh, okay. All right, man. I'm gonna get on that.
All right, spin it again. Smoke that skin wagon.
Smoke that skin wagon.
I don't think that's
6.
a good idea. Not here. Not now.
That's 6, man.
6? Okay. So you're putting everything you've got into it, and you're actually spinning that stupid wheel as fast as you can. And the best visual I can give you is it's very much like those old 40s and 50s, like when something's slowly starting to power on, and that's what the hand crank is doing. And it kicks the it kicks the converter on, which gives it basically enough power to illuminate the panel to basically do a manual reset of the generator. It's clear that there's something more that's missing to this base, but they had to resort to this low-tech version of getting the main generator back online a while ago. But you've got it, and you slap that freaking button to start that thing, and the next thing you hear is this, and you guys actually see and hear the humming of the electricity below you as blue arcs of energy start kicking off the power converters. And you start to hear, first thing you hear is kind of this roar throughout the complex as machines long since silent start to turn on like they had been previously, and like terrible air starts getting circulated all around, and some dirt, and as air conditioning units start turning on, and the grinding of other machines elsewhere, and then some pops of lights that blow up because there's too much electricity all at once and causes some feedback. And then when that happens and you start seeing some of the lights kick on and the hallway starts to illuminate and whatnot, the banging on the door ceases, and you can hear something running away.
You didn't like the lights, man.
and then you end up hearing from from a comm panel in the power room. You end up hearing Chang, and he's like, "Guys, is that you? Did you get the power on?"
Yay.
Can we? Is it a two-way radio or is it just?
Yeah, it's a comm
Oh.
panel, but think of it along the lines of those ones where you had to press a button to talk.
Gotcha.
And,
like an intercom.
Yep, and release to get the message.
Gotcha. Am I near it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna slam the button. And be like, hell yeah, that was us, man.
All right, I'm seeing systems here in front of me, like starting to light up like a Christmas tree. Give me a second to go through these. I'm trying to find out to see what we have.
Gotcha, man. I'll keep the.
You still got the
up.
black box on you, right?
Sure do.
All right, and okay, and so then he's like, I've got control of the comm tower, and
That
then
is
he
the
gets
best news I've heard in a long time.
yeah, and then he's all, oh shit.
Oh.
No.
That's
No.
not good.
Oh no.
I need to send you something. I don't
Okay,
know
man.
what all this means, but this doesn't look good.
What's all this? Like,
Do you have a data pad or something I can send details to?
yeah.
Comm watch.
Yeah, we have a data pad.
Oh, perfect.
That one from the lab.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll work. So he ends up throwing over an old transmission, which was apparently from yesterday.
Oh shit.
You guys have been down here long enough that it's been a little over a day. Nolan, I want you to roll a mental and knowledge.
Okay.
And I need you to add top secret.
$16 altogether.
Okay. So you know exactly what this order, what this order is. It's the type you used to get.
Uh-oh.
The coded transmission or the coded alert itself is written in a way that only your type of occupation can read it.
Gotcha.
It was sent from the Alliance. It specifically indicates that that there's two objectives: recover the asset, and then cleanse the site.
Holy shit. That's no more information.
Yeah, that's it, and that's what you're used to. I mean, that's pretty much,
Gotcha.
the loose type of requests that they would give.
Gotcha.
The request, however, also notes that there was a vessel already on site.
Did you
So purple armor guy was probably the liaison sent here.
No, that guy was from that particular body was from 2 years ago. This message came from yesterday.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, dude. Okay, I'm gonna describe this to these guys here and let them know that there's an Alliance message that states that this place is about to be scrubbed after they get whatever this asset is here, and that this message was received yesterday.
Does it give you any information? I mean, does this tell you what the asset is?
No. But I'm guessing it's this thing that's that's jammed Brittany up twice already.
Poppy.
Be quiet.
Yeah. And then Chang ends up saying, he's like, and I've got another piece of bad news.
Oh, shit.
Man.
We're gonna leave you in there,
Gentlemen.
Chang, if you don't.
Do you have any good news too?
Well, let me modify that then. So there is some bad news. I have a squad of Alliance soldiers entering the building, the main gateway where you came through.
Holy
First
shit.
floor. But that also means that there's a ship.
All right, let's cleanse the ship of their Alliance soldiers and get out of here.
What?
You're gonna kill the Alliance soldiers and take the ship?
No, I'm saying let's kill the Alliance soldiers and take their ship. Is that you broke up?
That's what I said. Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm suggesting.
Okay.
That's a little out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Well, it's
Tracy's
not-
like me 3.
If they're coming here to kill us, then I'd rather it be them dead and not us.
Well, yes, obviously.
I'm not opposed to that. I'm just saying I'm used to healing people.
Alliance orders are to cleanse this site.
This place is going to be bombed.
We're not supposed to be here. We're here on accident. Surely they'll understand.
I don't know about that.
Hey, I'd like to see you guys explain that to them. I mean, we can. I'm not being facetious. I mean, you can try the diplomatic route, but I'm gonna come well armed.
I can shoot a gun, but I'm nowhere
Looking at
near.
this from the outside, they sent this message to clean the site. They didn't know that all these people were dead for this long, I'm guessing. So they're willing to say that all this shit here is expendable except for this one asset. So I'm saying they're bad guys to begin with. That's not me just being biased, but that's me looking at this whole situation.
Unless we can identify what this asset is and have some sort of bargaining chip, we don't have any kind of security.
We don't.
It's probably the thing that grabbed Poppy.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
so Tracy goes over to the comm, that comm pad real quick, and she says, Chen, is there any way with everything that's coming up, can you get us a route out of here? To avoid these purplebacks, because I don't. Yeah, it's not going to be good.
If there's a way that we can avoid them, is there, can we call another ship to come and rescue us? Is that an option?
If the Alliance is here, knowing that what the message that we receive, they have, they're blocking all transmissions. We're not gonna be able to call anybody else out.
On top of that, we're a liability. They're going to kill anybody who has knowledge of this place. It doesn't matter whether we think we're innocent or that we got here by accident or that we had nothing to do with any of this.
We got to
Any way that you can rig up that lubricant to explode if they come down here?
The Hasselhoff cocktail.
It's time for a drink.
So and then Chang says, yeah, actually with everything coming on, you're going to have to go down before you come up.
Let's go.
But I think I can get you back out and topside. It's just going to be a risk.
How are you going to meet up with us?
Don't worry about me at this point. Get yourselves topside, find that ship, and let's see what we can do about stealing it and getting off this rock.
All right. Poppy, can you jerry rig something in here to blow up when they come in here?
Probably.
I hate the concern on her face.
I don't want to blow up Alliance soldiers, but I don't want to blow up myself either.
I don't want them following us. We don't have to. I mean, if it's too hard, then we don't do it. I'm just saying if you can quickly do something.
I mean, I could probably figure something out.
So what we will do is we'll go ahead and pause there and give you another 2 weeks to come up with your strategy and your big bada boom.
Kill them all.
Yeah, all of them.
Wipe them out. All of them. So I hope you had fun. I had fun.
Yeah, man. This one was really good.
So despite all the technical difficulties, we persevered, we pushed through, and we got there. So thank you again. I was really looking forward to this tonight, guys. And so we have
made it.
What do we have here? So this
I didn't die.
You didn't die. We have Cyberpunk coming up the 18th, and you're going to be back by then, right, Missy?
Yeah, I get back in town at almost like Sunday or Saturday morning at I'm really supposed to be here at almost exactly midnight.
Are you going to be okay to play?
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
We have a Fallout potluck that kind of midday, and then we should be good.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Die hard. But yeah, okay, so Cyberpunk on the 18th. And then we'll be then back again for Vampire on the 24th. So cool. Thank you guys very much for playing with us tonight or for watching. I had a great time. Hope you guys had a great time, and hopefully this team will get off the rock and we can not take their sky away from them. So
sounds good, man.
Alrighty, so thank you guys, and I hope you guys all have a good night. Bye.
Night, everybody. Bye. Oh, I love